Hi guys, welcome to Travel with Austin. I'm Austin, and welcome back to another van vlog. So tonight, for the first time ever somehow, I'm going to be spending the night in my van. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is my 1992 Ford Econoline conversion van that I have named Chattanooga. I have owned this for a few years now, but never seriously got the chance to work on it, and now I am working on it. I recently posted a no build tour of this, and that is actually, it's exactly the same as I'm going to be sleeping in it tonight. Now, due to the fact that I do not currently have plates for this, and it does have a lot of mechanical issues, I am camping on my own property. So, due to this, I am setting some rules for myself. So one, obviously, spend the full night in the van. Obviously, if I need to use the restroom, I can go in the house to use the restroom, but that is it. I'm also going to stay unconnected from the house Wi-Fi. Now, I will still use cellular service on my devices, because if they have cellular service, there's a chance they would have cellular service at a campsite as well. But I am going to stay disconnected from the Wi-Fi, which sadly means no online play for the Switch. But my iPad has cellular service, so I can watch some YouTube videos. And in the event that I were in a place without cell service, I do actually have the smart download feature on, so it would save videos for me to watch offline anyway. Now, I am also going to be using my portable fridge cooler. Now, I can run this off a Jackery, and I can usually get about 18 hours, I believe, on a single charge of my Jackery 300. Now, at the moment, I do have the AC on because I am connected to shore power. And I am going to be leaving that on for a little bit, just to make sure that it's nice and cool in here. Because if I were at a campsite with shore power and it was hot, I would be running it. However, I have decided that one of the purposes of this thing is going to be turning that off during the actual sleep time to see how I sleep. Of course, I will still be running my fans. You can see the fan above me, that's USB powered. I could run that off a power bank. My Ryobi fan has its own battery, so it can be powered off that. So those will still work because they're considered off-grid. But I am going to try to turn the AC off. We will see how that goes. And basically anything hooked up to a battery or built into the van can be used. So, for example, I have the auxiliary lighting on right now, but I am about to turn that off because it is not helpful, and it drains battery. Now, the main purpose of this is to basically suss out my current no-build build, figure out what things I want to change, if anything, and basically, in a way, decide, do I want to keep this as a no-build in basically the format it is right now? Or do I want to turn it into a full-out build that would involve ripping everything out? If you've watched any of my past vlogs, you may know that the bed in front of me, I am worried, is too small. And I have been considering if I actually would want to rip that out and then build a bed that goes this way, so it could be longer, although it would be much skinnier. So all of that we will find out tonight. And my plan is to kind of update you guys throughout the night. So it is currently about 9:45 p.m. I'm going to go ahead and just watch some YouTube and the stuff I would normally do before bed. And then I would check in again before bed. Okay, so it's a bit later now. I've turned off the AC in here. It's currently about 67 degrees in here, which is pretty comfortable. And I'm getting tired a lot quicker than I thought I would, so I figured it is a good time to just turn out the lights and try to sleep. Now, I will say, even though it may be hard to see because the blanket is black, surprisingly, I actually fit on this bed. Now, if I were a bit taller, I definitely would have issues, but hey, advantages of being short. So, hopefully, I will be able to sleep soundly and nothing strange will happen. And hopefully the next clip you see will be in the morning, talking about how the sleep went. Okay, so it is now morning. I did sleep in here all night. I didn't even have to leave to use the bathroom or anything, so I was in here the whole time. And I will say, very average night of sleep. Not anything super great. Not anything bad, though. I mean, it literally could have just been a night of sleep in my bed, honestly. Now, you'll hear that the AC is back on because it is supposed to be a scorcher today. And I do want to bring the dogs in here today, so I turned that back on when I woke up to keep it cool in here, but I did sleep with it off during the night. Now, I did notice that even though the weather outside got as low as 59 degrees, it actually stayed about 70 in here, which obviously 70, not bad at all. I would have preferred it colder in here though, because that makes it easier for me to sleep. Now, obviously, I could have, went up front and rolled down the windows and stuff like that, but it's just something I'll have to keep in mind. I did have my fan on me all night long. Again, it worked perfectly. It has a very big battery pack, so it did work fine. And as you saw in that little in-between clip, I was actually able to stretch out, which was great. Now, honestly, the only thing that I can think of that I would want to improve about the bed at this point is basically underneath this sheet, is just basically a car seat. So I do think I should find some type of mattress topper or memory foam or something like that to make it a bit more soft to sleep on, because it is pretty stiff. And I think something, even if it's just like a ½ inch of memory foam or something, would probably make it feel so much better. Other than that, there were no issues with the build or the no build. The curtains did keep out most of the light when it started rising earlier this morning. This is probably the only area where the light affected me more, was because it was coming in directly under the windows. But you could see that's happening over here too, but I obviously wasn't as close to that. So I do think that for a first attempt no build, this did great. I was able to sleep through the whole night. Again, very average sleep, nothing super special. You can tell that I'm still kind of spacey after waking up, but honestly, it was a good experience. And I can't wait to actually take it to some place that isn't my driveway and get to camp in it out in the wilderness. That would be really fun. Oh, the other thing, and this is totally expected, happens with my Kia too, is obviously you can hear every noise that happens outside of the van. I just didn't really expect so many noises to happen outside the van while I was here in my own driveway. So that is something interesting. Depending on where I go, maybe I'll have to sleep with like headphones on or something. Just like if I'm in the middle of the woods, so I don't get freaked out at night when I hear animals walking around. But that is something I will figure out later. Anyway, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you have any ideas or tips for the van, let me know. I'm always open to taking them. And if you guys like this, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time with a brand new video. Thanks for watching.